what's up guys? Rossi Morielli here, American Air Gunner, and today's kind of a cool day because two things happened. This morning when I woke up, I got this new press release from Umarex talking about the new Umarex 850 M2 offers accuracy, performance, and convenience. And then about an hour later, I got an Umarex 850 M2 dropped off at my door. So I figured I'd just do a little open box here for you guys, and we can take a look at it, see a few things, and I don't know, go from there. So that's what we're doing. Here we go. Umarex 850 M2 CO2 air gun, made in Germany. That's a very important thing. When they're made in Germany, you know they're good. They're not those, they're made in Germany. Made in Germany. I really like that. If you're not familiar with, I need a knife. If you're not familiar with the Hammerly 850, that's the gun that this was previously. This is the Umarex 850 M2. So this is kind of the second generation of this gun. I can honestly tell you, I am not that familiar with the Hammerly 850. I shot it, but I don't know. I don't remember that much about it. Meaning, I can't really tell you the differences in that gun and this gun. But what I can do, so here we go. Open it up, and you get the gun. Some styrofoam on it. You get this little cheek piece, which I know what that's for. And, oh, look at this. Little bag to keep all the moisture out. So, all right. And you get one rotary mag. So, rotary mag, there, right there. Cheek piece, we'll get to this. Here's the gun. You know, stuff all over it. All right, we've got some paperwork here. Pull all that out, and that's it. My styrofoam's cracked, actually, so good thing nothing was damaged. All right, let's put that there. Pull this guy out. All right, my Predator shooting rest. You can get this at Pyramid Air. All right, so let's take a look. Air gun classics. Here we go. You know, you get this. Shows all the different guns of Umarex. If you didn't know how many guns Umarex had, I mean, they've got some serious guns. Now, obviously, they're not all Umarex because you've got Walther and you've got Hammerly and you've got Beretta and you've got, goodness gracious, you've got Smith & Wesson and you've got Ruger and the Legends and the Glocks and the Colts and HK. You got a lot here. A lot of, and then of course the Umarex line. So anyway, that make a okay. That's a lot of guns. So we got that. You know, stuff about the what have you, oil and this, that, and the other. This talks about the CO2, which we're familiar with, and you get a little. You get a lot of this stuff. Styrofoam everywhere. That's enough to drive me crazy. And then the basic, direction of the gun. I'm not going to read the directions because I'm pretty sure I can figure this gun out while I'm looking at it. So first of all, let's take a look at it. It does not come with a scope. So rubber butt pad here, nothing fancy about it. Non-adjustable. Get your cheek piece here. The cheek piece is it's basic. You can't adjust it, and it's set up to use these basically these iron sights, if you will, because it's for the way your cheek will sit on it. Cool thing is that if you want to put a scope on there, because you have to get a scope on the dovetail here high enough to go over the sights here, then they give you this. Since it's not adjustable, saves you money. It's just a little cheek piece that clips on there, just like that. And now you can see where my cheek is, where it would be if I was going to put a scope on there. So that's a pretty cool little addition that they did, because it saves you money by not making it an adjustable cheek piece. And then there you go. So you can go you can go iron sights or you can go scope. 11mm dovetail. This is the safety right back here. It is a, well, we'll find out. I don't know if it's a, the safety's here. Don't know if it's automatic or not. Haven't actually cocked it. I guess we could do that right now. So safety is on. If we cock it, yeah. So automatic safety. Safety goes back when you cock it here. This is a little thing that holds the rotary magazine in place. This little pin, it goes through the middle here. As you can see, that shoots through the middle and then it holds it in place. Now, when you're gonna load it or you're gonna put the rotary magazine in, it looks the same. If you've never seen them, it looks very much the same when you just glance at it. But if you look on one side, there's a little silver right here. There's a, it's like a, looks like a little wheel or cog. Some of you see it like at a clock. It's got some teeth on it. That always goes to the back, towards the butt of the gun. So when you load it, you want to load it from that direction, because when you pop it in, it locks in here to another little cog, if you will, that has teeth, and that's how when you cock it, it spins the magazine. So when you do that, you can do one of two things. You can push this forward to lock it in place, make sure it's there, or if you push it forward when you have a pellet in it, it will automatically lock in place, and then when you come back again, it stays in place. So that's what holds that rotary mag in place. Okay, so there you go. So that's how the rotary mag works. And then when you cock it back, safety goes on, and it'll move it along. Let's take that out now because we don't have any pellets in there and we don't have any gas. Moving forward, as you can see, so it's got these iron sights. This is adjustable. It looks like for wind. Well, it looks like just for elevation, to be honest. It kind of goes up and down. You've got some markings right here that kind of show. So you can lock in distances at 20 yards, 30 yards, 40 yards, or whatever it is. It doesn't seem to have any adjustment for windage, just by looking at it. There's only one screw there, and it seems to just slide up and down. So there you go. And then you've got this hooded front sight. Again, non-adjustable there, which is expected. And I don't know if you can take this hood off. It doesn't look like it. And maybe you can slide this hood off. If you wanted to take that off, but I'm not going to do it because I'm not sure and I don't want to break it. So we've got that. And then up front, I mean, as if it wasn't quite enough, right here, it's actually, you can screw this off and it's threaded. So you could throw some sort of a silencer or I wonder if I have, somewhere. I'm not going to get into that, but there you go. It's, if you have a silencer, you can throw it on there to make it even more quiet. But the only thing I think right here is that CO2, and it's very quiet. It's very quiet. So screw that back on. So if you're not familiar with CO2 guns, typically you get those in pistols. So you get something like this. So this is your typical. This is a 12 gram CO2 cartridge, right? And this goes in all your pistols that we shoot all the time, and they're pretty consistent. This is the 88 gram. Now, don't be mistaken. Yes, it's a lot bigger, obviously, but it's not necessarily for more power. This just gives you a lot more shots than this is going to give you. So they say with this, you'll get 200 shots out of this gun. So that is cool. It also comes with, and I don't have it, but there's an adapter, because sometimes these are harder to find, and these you can find everywhere. They have an adapter where you can put 2 of these into the adapter and then screw that in and make this gun work as well. I don't have that. I will have that when we actually do an outdoor review on this and shoot a bunch of stuff down range and blow things up in slow motion and everything. But right now, I don't have it. So here we go. It's going to be... There we go. So down here below, you just push this in, and this just slides off. So there's a little hook right here, and then it just kind of slides in like that. Make sure it's on the hook. And, it doesn't really wobble that much. So let's do that first. Let's get the power source in it, right? So here we go. This is the Umarex 88 gram CO2 cartridge. I made a little pellet oil just because, no chamber lube, you know, because that's what you always want to do when you're dealing with these CO2 tanks, and then when, you know, the air pushes through, it kind of lubes everything up and keeps it nice and clean. So I'm assuming I'm just going to push this in here. And spin it. There you go. You heard that? Right, then you take this, and you can see here it's got this little open here, so you kind of have to, yeah, I got it there. So you just have to kind of get it over like that, and then snap it in, and you're good to go. You've also got these little Picatinny Weaver rails here on the side and the bottom, so you can throw a bipod flashlight, laser, anything here, level, anything you want on these three things. They give you those options, so it's nice for a gun like this. It's a $299 gun, CO2 rifle. The second version, the M2, so the second version from the Hammerly 850. 850's been around for a long time. It's a tack driver, you know, inside of 25, 30 yards, honestly, from what they say. So I've got some, let's get some pellets here. I got some JSBs, I got some 14 grain, I got some 18 grain. So let's shoot some, see how it shoots, make sure it shoots. Over there. I want to do one thing right now. I got the CO2 in. I just want to, it's cocked. Just want to push it and make sure. Yeah, start shooting. You see a little release there of gas right there when it comes through. That'll be interesting to see what that, if that was just first shot or what the deal was with that. But other than that, everything here is good. When you look at the trigger, there's a two-stage adjustable trigger. You can see there's a place right there to adjust that. Two-stage there. This is where you take this off. So it's pretty simple. A little composite, you know, these things are made to take a beating, to be honest. And that's about it. I was gonna maybe throw a scope on there, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that later. So let's take a look. 14 grain. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put 14 grain pellets in. All right, so I'm gonna go. So imagine this is in. It's gonna go like this. So there's an arrow. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, there's arrows every like fourth pellet. So I'm gonna go 14, 14, 14, 14. Now this rotary mag is made, these are regular Diabolo pellets, and there's a lot more room. You can see that they're still down in there. So this rotary mag is made so you can put all kinds of pellets in there, whether it's those longer snipers or the different kinds, or the ones with the point or hollow points, or whatever they may be. They've got it set up so that you can put a longer, or basically any type of shape of pellet in here, which is great. So I've got the 414, and now I'm going to put 418 in. They say up to 700 feet per second, but it says, I believe, with like an alloy pellet, something like that, which is going to be a very light pellet. So these are the normal pellets I would shoot if I was going to shoot a gun like this, especially because a heavier pellet and like a 22 like this, like for this, even a 14 or 18 grain, and there's definitely heavier. But these are going to carry their speeds downrange. They're going to keep their speeds downrange better. So this is going to be a better pellet, I think, for this gun. So there's my 14. You see this little arrow right here. So that's my 14 right there. And then we put that in, and then that locks in. It went one over. So I think it's going to go 14, 14, 14, 18, 18, 18, 18, and then one more 14. But we'll see. So there you go. Automatic safety keeps the safety on. Let's get some safety glasses here. Skeleton Optics. These are the Skeleton Optics glasses I wear. Super clear. They're Zeiss lenses. They're unbelievably clear. If you're ever looking for a good pair of shooting glasses, you know, I've got all of these, and they're scratched and they're just not great glasses. So I wear these Skeleton Optics, and they're clearly big field of vision. I love them, and they're rated. So I've shot them with a pellet actually, and they don't break, so that's a good thing. Okay, so we're gonna go. Let's see. Last thing. Let's get. Okay. I got my FX Crony. Where is there? It is the FX Radar. So let's get this. Let's get this guy on here, right? And get some. Let's connect. All right. Let's profile our gun. So CO2 bow airsoft airgun pistol. I'm gonna call it a CO2 pistol. We're gonna go 14 grain. Yeah, that should be good. So let's go, and then we're gonna connect. Now this thing is great if you don't have it. You know, Cronies are so tough. You need different lights, and a lot of them come with pieces, and you got to build them out and all kinds of stuff. This is the one that FX just recently put together. You can just put rubber bands on it, and then you just stick it on like so. I use these twist ties just because this is what I have. I don't have rubber bands, and you just put them at the end of the barrel and connect to your phone or iPad or whatever. Move these to the side so I can see through my sights. And then you just shoot. So I've got some targets back over there. And again, this isn't really about, it's not very far. It's not about shooting. So let's just take a look and see what it's shooting. All right. 545. 552. 537. 537. Didn't give me a reading there. 496. Now that's going to be the 18 grain. So 496 drops below there. Well, so it's about 50 feet per second from the 14s to the 18s. I'll tell you, this thing is a tack driver though. 494. 543. That was that 14 grain there that I had on the end. See, I mean, that right there is so convenient. Let me see. I'm just curious. Let me see if I have a really light like a really light 22 caliber pellet. Okay, here we go. So this is a 22. Oh, so these are these Predator GTOs. They're they get the lead out. So it's GTO get the out, but lead because it's anyway. Donut is that lead-free alternative for competitive use. So these are 11 grain in the 22. So they're no, it's no lead. So they're very shiny. Let's throw some of these in there. See what the difference is. So we shot 14 grain, we shot 18 grain. These are a great alternative because they're good. Again, if you're shooting in your backyard and stuff, and you want them to, you don't want the most powerful pellet, a lighter pellet. These Predator GTOs are a good option. So let's see what the deal is with those, shall we? Oh, 592, so it almost got us 50 feet per second more. Wow, consistent, right? Maybe was that 5, 6? Yeah. So quiet. So as you can hear, that's the difference in the sound. The sound that you're hearing down there is it hitting a piece of wood from 8 yards away. So the gun is super quiet. Super quiet. Pretty cool. I'll tell you, I'm impressed by. I'd like to shoot these downrange. Now again, these GTO, these should be great. The lighter the pellet, the better, the closer you need to be. These heavier pellets, they'd be interesting because you might be able to get some pretty good accuracy. Let's call it 50 yards downrange. But mostly this gun is going to be set up, I think, 25 to 30 yards. Great for plinking. Small pest control. It's for something in your backyard that you have to get rid of. But a great beginner gun, an inexpensive gun to get into, and then again, the CO2 guns are great because you can buy CO2 pretty much anywhere. You can order it online and have it delivered to your house. Versus the air tanks and this whole system with the PCPs. It comes with a whole deal. You need ways to fill it. So sometimes this can just be a lot easier option. They give you this great cheek piece you can pop it on and throw a scope on. So far I'm digging this gun. I'm loving it. I can't wait to get outside and shoot it when I've got some time to get out in the range and take some cameras with me and do some stuff. But for now, that's it. This is the Umarex 850 M2, the new version. It was just released yesterday. And you can get it. We'll put links down below on our YouTube here that you can find out where to get these pellets. They'll get the lead out, and also the JSB Diabolos in the 14 and 18 grain, as well as where to get this gun right here, the Umarex 850 M2. Pretty cool gun, quiet. For me, doing kind of fun stuff in my garage. I mean, look at that. You get the cool little smoke, which I think is cool. Great little gun, fun gun. This is going to be something when I'm testing things out here and I'm trying to do 2 different targets and different stuff. This is a great gun I'll use because it's quiet. Nobody in my house, none of my neighbors, nobody will know what's going on in here. As opposed to if I was shooting like the Umarex hammer, people might be like, what is happening in that garage? That thing is ridiculous. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Just trying to keep giving you guys content so you can stay engaged and have some things to look at, as well as get a look at some of the new guns that have just recently come out from SHOT Show. They're just not being released. So as we get them, I'm going to start doing more of these. I'll just open them up, shoot them, kind of do some of the testing stuff that I like to do, show you what we're seeing, what we're getting, and you guys can make a decision, if you want to make a purchase or not. But at least you get an idea of what is happening with that gun before you go out and buy it. So as of now, that's it. Thanks again for watching. Appreciate it. Go ahead and get some swag if you need it. It's all down below. Check in the description below the video. We appreciate your support, and stay tuned for a lot more exciting things coming from American Air Gunner. We'll see you next time.